Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Toastmasters meeting this evening. I'll be serving as the Sergeant at Arms this evening. As a point of administration, this meeting is being recorded. You should have received notification to click continue to acknowledge that. But to get this meeting started this evening, if you would please all mute your microphones and follow me in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And this evening is a very special evening. It's our open house evening, and I will now be handing the meeting over to our president, Toastmaster Shastri Stewart.
Thank you, Gary, for doing such a wonderful job. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and especially guests. Thank you, Shay, for doing such an incredible job at recruiting, and hopefully we have more people coming in during the meeting. So today is an open house. We also have our wonderful Joan Daly, our area director. Welcome, Joan. Hopefully you enjoy our meeting tonight. Our guests, I want to highlight our guests. Julie, you'll go first. If you could just tell us who invited you and what you are looking to get from our meeting tonight.
Thank you, Shastri. My name is Julie Graves. I was invited to the Toastmasters of Wellington by Mayana. We actually work together. I'm hoping to gain a better understanding of this club and how you guys run your meeting. And I would like to also improve my own speaking skills, public speaking and platform skills. I'm glad to be here and thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie, for being here. And thank you, Mayana, for inviting her. Oh my goodness, you're like the best new member ever. All right, see who we have next. Joan Daly, well, we know you will leave you for last. Gloria? You're on mute, Gloria. So tell us who invited you and what are you looking to get from this meeting tonight?
Okay, I was invited by Shay Greaves. I'm hoping to learn more about this particular chapter of Toastmasters. I've had some experience. I haven't found one that I meshed with as of yet. Of course, I'd like to develop my public speaking skills and have a network of people who can help me in that venture.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Anson. Good evening, sir. Could you tell us who invited you and what you're looking to get from our meeting tonight?
Hi, everyone. I was invited by Shay Greaves also, and I'm just curious, just looking in to see what you guys do and what happens in the meetings.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, sir. All right, we have Joan Daly. If you want to say a few words.
Just a few, Shastri. Thanks for having me back. Welcome, everyone. It's so good to see some visitors to your club. It's really an exciting time, and Zoom is so easy. So hopefully they will all come back and join in. I'll reserve any other comments for later.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joan. And our other dignitary / member, infamous or legendary, Jan Green. Would you like to say something, Jan?
I'm glad to be here, always, every Monday, to come and meet the familiar faces and meet the guests. Welcome, guests. You came to the right place.
Yes, awesome. And we missed you last week, by the way. I was starting to have withdrawals already. All right, so we'll move on to our meeting. I'll state our mission statement, and it goes like this: to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence. Now I'll pass you over to our Toastmaster of the Day, member recruiter, Shay Greaves. Shay?
Hello, everyone, and good evening. I'm so excited to be here and to see your faces, your smiling faces. It always brings me so much warmth. The theme of today is whimsical realities. Now, some of you might wonder, what is whimsical realities? Another word for whimsical could be fanciful, fantastical, playful realities. And for me, I've been challenged in the face of negativity or setbacks to reset my thoughts to some fantastical, whimsical realities. Some of those qualifiers are when a baby starts breaking out in gut laughter and you don't even know why, but you're just enjoying that moment. Or the moment where a song comes on and it's everyone's jam and they all start tapping their toes and nodding their heads and it just takes someone to a different plane. Or the opportunity to be a part of Wellington Toastmasters with like-minded individuals such as yourself. And it's unplanned. Just an example, whimsical realities. I'd like to call on our invocation for today, Toastmaster Gary Newper.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shay. Invocation for this evening is: the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. And that's from Tony Robbins. That's something that really resonates with me and with the theme of the meeting, in terms of really just exploring your options. Nothing's impossible, and as long as you begin, you'll get there. So thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gary. As Toastmaster of the Day, I serve as your master of ceremonies. For the benefit of our guests and new members, a traditional Toastmasters meeting has 3 sections: formal speeches, table topics, and evaluations. As we continue throughout the meeting, we welcome you to go ahead and supply feedback directly to the individuals within the meeting. So there are certain roles, there are certain speeches. You can drop down, click their name, and provide direct feedback to them, or so that everyone can see. Also, I welcome you to respond through your emojis, hand clap or thumbs up or whoop whoop throughout the meeting. First, I'd like to call on our Toastmaster Myanna Hammond to please explain your role as eye counter.
Toastmaster of the Day. The purpose of the ah counter is to note any word, sound, or filler word as a crutch by anyone who speaks during this meeting. Examples of word fillers are so, you know, like, right, and well, for example. Tonight, I will be paying close attention to those words used as an inappropriate interjection, also known as disfluences. If I hear disfluences, I will shine this light into the camera to inform you of your inappropriate interjection. Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hammond, Myanna. Next, I'd like to call on Toastmaster Denny Lamar to explain your role as grammarian, wordmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. One benefit of Toastmasters is that it helps people improve their grammar and word use. Being a grammarian provides an exercise in expanding listening skills. I have several responsibilities: to introduce new words to members, to comment on the language used during the course of the meeting, and to provide examples of eloquence. The word of the day is felicity. Felicity is a noun. meaning the state of being happy, especially in high degree. Bliss. An example, during my first encounter with my future wife, I experienced felicity for the first time, encouraged me to be on my best behavior. I encourage anyone speaking during any part of the meeting to use felicity, our word of the day. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jenny Lamar. I'd like to call on Toastmaster Heon Green. Please explain your role as general timer.
Certainly, Madam Toastmaster of the evening. Guests, I have the most important job tonight. My job is to make sure that the speakers keep to the time. I am going to flash different colors. Each segment has different timing requirements. Hopefully, I will be able to quickly tell you before each segment starts, but I'm going to flash these lights. Oh, it doesn't work, but anyway, it's gonna work, trust me. Green, yellow, and red. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you, Toastmaster Heon. Toastmaster Connie Andrews, please explain your role as general evaluator.
Hello, good evening, Toastmasters. I have the most important role this evening. We all have important roles. Without us, if one thinks of a club meeting as a project, then think of the general evaluator as a quality control manager. I will be commenting on the overall flow of this evening's meeting and giving you feedback. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Connie Andrews as our general evaluator. Last but not least, we have table topics, and I'm actually going to save that intro for later for the sake of the meeting. The first section of our meeting is formal speeches. We want our prepared speeches based on specific projects in our communications pathways program. This evening, we have two speakers. The first speaker to be introduced by our Toastmaster, Stacy Kessler.
You're on mute.
Yes, it was giving me a challenge right there. Okay. Woo, I'm excited. I am experiencing felicity right now. I get to evaluate the president of Wellington Toastmasters. And this project addresses how to present a speech in an enthusiastic and inspiring fashion to establish a rapport with his audience this evening. He gets to select a topic with the intent of inspiring and preparing a 5 to 7 minute speech tonight. Welcome, Toastmaster Shastri. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shay Graves.
Thank you, Toastmaster Stacy Kessler. Today's speech by Shastri Stewart is entitled Mental Fitness. Shastri never ceases to deliver impactful and impressionable speeches. He leaves us in awe as we watch his gestures and his rise in tone of his voice. We'd like to welcome Toastmaster Shastri Stewart. First, please, the timer. Can you please provide us with the signals?
Certainly. At 5 minutes, Shastri will get the green, and 6 minutes he will get yellow, and 7 minutes he will get red, and at 7 minutes 30 seconds I'm going to come and drag him off the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Heon Green. I encourage you to click speaker view so that you can see the speaker without distraction. Again, please welcome Toastmaster Shastri Stewart.
I'd like to just test my mic. Everyone could hear me clearly? Perfect. All right. Are you mentally fit, or are you experiencing life with an obese mind? Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and fellow mental athletes. Today, I want to delve into the world of mental fitness. But before I do, I think it is important to know a little bit about the history that helped shape my mind. My journey started on the beautiful island of Dominica, an island green with trees and vegetation, an island secluded from the pollution of the world, but suffocated from polluted ideologies of first world countries. When we're born, our minds are blank like a piece of paper. But as we interact with the world, as we're influenced by our parents, as we are indoctrinated by our teachers, these experiences get imprinted on our mental sheets. We all experience difficulty overcoming decades of learned behavior. I know it's hard because I deal with it daily. And looking back in hindsight, joining Wellington Toastmasters was my destiny. It was the gym where I was able to cultivate my creativity, where I was able to find my voice, where I was able to connect with beautiful people who made me recognize I too was beautiful. With the confidence of my colleagues at Wellington Toastmasters and a vast network of professionals and entrepreneurs that have passed through this club, has given me the tools I have needed to be who I am today. I learned in the past year that you have to be mentally fit in order to be effective in anything you do. And so many of us are weighted down by our anxieties, by our fears, by our need to control. As director of housekeeping at Wellington Regional, it is my job to make sure that the customer is happy. It is my job to make sure that the environment is safe for someone's mom, for someone's dad, for someone's daughter or someone's son. It is my job to make sure that the employees remain engaged and feel cared for. 2020 has given me the most intense mental workout, and I am sure it has done the same for you. But we can only shed the fat from our mind when we start looking inward. The answer is not out there somewhere, but it's been right above our noses the entire time. Because our minds are so clouded by external stimulation, we miss this truth. Our minds can sometimes be like a self-driving car, using our senses to navigate the world with us in the passenger seat. Well, I say to you, take over the wheel. Stay committed to a destination. Stop outsourcing your felicity, as Sadhguru said. If you're in the pursuit of felicity, then you've already failed. Felicity is not something you pursue, but something you choose. Often we think we need to control every aspect of the external world. But the truth is, that is impossible. It's like running on the treadmill expecting to get somewhere. Things happen the way they should. It is how we choose to experience it that makes the difference. I like to say our minds are the garbage bins of the world. We can use the garbage we experience to create a toxic environment that pollutes our friends, our families, and our coworkers. Or we can cultivate that garbage and use it as fertilizer so that anyone that steps in our sphere will grow. Potential members of Wellington Toastmasters, I invite you to join this gym for speaking, where you'll be partnered with a personal trainer or mentor that will hold you accountable, where you'll be part of an environment that will help you shed that mental baggage that you need so that you can clearly articulate your purpose to the world. Now, as Shay said at the beginning about music and song, I have this song that gets me in the vibe whenever I meditate or whenever I go to the gym. I'd like to play it for you today. Wellington Toastmasters and guests, are you ready to awaken the greatness within you? Are you ready to find your voice? Are you ready to transcend to a new dimension? Today you can choose growth. Today you can dance inside yourself. Today you can clear your mind. Let us eradicate the disease of procrastination. You can choose to be great now. In reality, there is only now. If you know how to handle this moment, you know how to handle eternity. Sadhguru, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, Shastri, that was amazing. I am so inspired and encouraged and proud just to see the growth within you and that we all got to feel and experience hearing that speech. Just a moment of a hand clap right there. Thank you so much, Shastri. Next, I would like to call on Micheline Nimbard, who is our evaluator 2, to provide us with the project information for our second speaker.
Good evening, Wellington Toastmasters and guests. I have the privilege of evaluating Toastmaster Susanna Talar. Her project, her speech length is 5 to 7 minutes, and the purpose of her speech is a persuasive speech. The member needs to show that she understands the different types of persuasive speeches and deliver persuasive speeches to the club. So I welcome you, Susanna. I'm looking forward to hearing what she has to say this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Micheline. Next, we have, again, Susanna Tulahard delivering a speech entitled, I Am Remarkable Because. The timing constraints are the same, so we will not ask the timer to show the signals again. Susanna will be sharing with us an initiative that started in Google called I Am Remarkable. Please put your hands together for Susanna Tulahard.
If I say I am remarkable, what comes to your mind? Are some of you quietly judging me and thinking, what's up with her tonight? She's full of herself. Who do you think she is? Or are some of you cheering up for me saying, more power to you, girlfriend. Good for you. Good evening, my fellow Toastmaster, dignitaries and respected guests. Have you ever been in a situation at a job interview or in a social setting where you have to talk about your accomplishments? It's not easy, is it? It's rather daunting to acknowledge good things about yourself. In 2015, 2 women in Google, they were holding a workshop just for women in Google to talk about the achievements they have done. And surprisingly, many women struggle. And these 2 women who were hosting the workshop thought to themselves, why is that such gifted women across the country are having such a hard time telling their stories and celebrating their achievements and their success? They dug further. They did a lot of research in this topic, and they found out 2 things. A, it was not just happening inside the campus of Google, it was everywhere. And 2, it was not just women who were holding themselves back from talking about their accomplishment, it was also found in unrepresented groups. So hashtag I Am Remarkable initiative was born to empower women and underrepresented groups to help self-promotion and celebrate their achievements in the workplace and beyond. And this initiative, my fellow Toastmaster, was sensational. It was contagious. Today, we can find this initiative in 150 countries around the world, and there are 185,000 participants of this initiative. I was fortunate enough 2 years ago at my company, they hosted this workshop in partnership with HR of my company and the facilitator of hashtag I'm Remarkable. This workshop was of 90 minutes. Some women were invited and we were told to write one thing, just one thing in a blank piece of paper. That was, I am remarkable because. I could sense the uneasiness in the room among these women because everybody has to really think through and write about what they are proud of, what they are really, really good at. And what was more daunting was to read this aloud at the end of the workshop in front of everyone. And let me share with you, my fellow Toastmasters, some of the remarks that these women made. Some women said, I am remarkable because I survived cancer. I am remarkable because I was clinically depressed and did not give up. I am remarkable because I was the first one to go to college from my family. And as you could tell, some of these were super emotional. Some of them were really emotional because they really have to look deep down inside them, shake themselves up to find out what they are really proud of. So what are the factors that we are seeing that contribute to this problem? One, culture norm. What were you surrounded by when you grew up? Were there people around you who were talking about the accomplishment? Or were you told, you don't need to talk much, action will speak for itself? I am from Nepal, and we even have a word for such women who talk about their accomplishment. We call her proudy. We would say, look at her, she is proudy. And the other factor that contributes to this problem is imposter syndrome, which basically is, I don't belong here at all. I just made it because of some dumb luck. These mentality are the reason why the underrepresented groups and women hold back to talk about the self-promotion. So why bother talking about this topic at all? I just share with you some of the most private remarks from these women. So how do you think they felt when they shared these? Liberating, yes. And the beauty of these kind of exercises, you might start off with one or two things that you are remarkable. The more you do it, there will be more and more things that you think you are remarkable about. What do you think this is doing to your self-esteem? Of course, it's uplifting you, and it's also improving your persuasion. One of the women in the video said, it's like chiropractic adjustment to the self-esteem. And she's right, because the data also says that whoever participates in event or workshop like this and practice, the confidence level is off the roof. And they also experience that who practice this, they are talking about their activities, their achievements at work, and silently they are self-promoting themselves, which meant they really got promoted at work and beyond. I'm not done yet. Tonight, I know one reason why each of us are remarkable. It's Monday night. We all are busy. I don't know what kind of day you guys had, professionally or personally, but we chose to be here tonight with each other, to motivate each other, to inspire each other. For that reason, we are remarkable. But there are more reasons why you are remarkable. What makes you remarkable, my fellow Toastmaster? Just ask yourself, what makes you remarkable? Stay remarkable. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Wow, these speeches have been amazing. I am remarkable because, and I just want to repeat, I love your line. chiropractic adjustments to the self-esteem. What a visual right there. So powerful and so in time, as in tune with the theme as well. And wonderful. So we move on. There is no third speaker for tonight. I'd like for a quick timers report. Were our speeches within time?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Is our polls ready? Okay, so please go
Yes.
ahead and launch our polls, Gary.
Launch the polls now for our voting for formal speakers this evening. Give it another 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Gary. I just want to remind you that there is always the option to send direct feedback to our speakers. It helps to encourage them for future speeches and give direct feedback. I'd like to move on to the second section of our meeting table topics and call on our Toastmaster, Michelle Gonzalez.
Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters, I challenge, I encourage you to look into Miss Wilhelmina's whimsical crystal ball and see what you can become. See what is there for you today. Your speech, Toastmasters, today should be filled with felicity, accuracy, and fluency. This is a 1 minute to 2 minute talk. Don't go too long. Timer, please demonstrate the time for these people as they continually look into my whimsical crystal ball.
Yes.
Timer?
1 minute, green. 1.5, yellow. Guests, I have a feeling you will be called to participate. When you see yellow, please wrap up. This will be 1 minute and 30 seconds. And 2 minutes, you will see red. And you really want to wrap up quick.
Thank you, Madam Timer, as Miss Euphema go around. I'm looking for someone. I am looking for some guests. Do we have permission to ask the guests some questions, Madam Toastmaster?
Our guests, so Gloria, Julie, and Anson, are you willing to participate? So we have a yes from Julie.
And we have a yes. And those of you who do not have significant role, you will be called upon to look into my crystal ball. So here we go. Pay attention to the timer.
I would not like to participate.
I see Anston being a little afraid, but it's okay, Anston. Next time, okay? Next time, Miss Euphema will catch you. You will catch on. You will catch on. Thank you so much. Guests and members, I will repeat the topic twice. And then I will call upon one of you as you look into my whimsical, magical crystal ball. You are given an enchanted trident with power. How will you use it, Gloria? Tell Madam Euphemia. Did I say it twice? I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat it. You are given an enchanted trident with power. How will you use it, Miss Gloria? Tell us.
With the power that I possess in this trident, I will bring a new thought into the mind. The thought will open an avenue to demonstrate your inner remarkability. It will open an avenue to display the felicity that you have not been able to demonstrate in a more fuller sense and capacity than ever before. This enchantment will last from you to me throughout history. Thank you.
According to Madam Stacy, are you complete? You are complete. Question for the table topics. I will repeat 2 times. Dreams. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Be a royal dreamer and dream up something. Again, dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Be a royal dreamer. Mayana. Mayana.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to be a royal dreamer and anticipate for the next 20 years that I will be able to go on at least 3 lavish vacations, one with my girlfriends, one with my husband, and another one with my sisters. Money will not be a thought, a concern. It will be all about pampering myself and those who are with me. I will dream that upon coming back, I learn that I no longer have to work because I just hit the lottery. And I'm going to share my wealth with several nonprofit organizations and go and work for one and do my work in leadership for those who couldn't afford me prior to my vacation. Thank you, Michelle.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Mr. Rima is very happy. Can I have some more? Madam Toastmaster of the day, can we continue?
Yes, we still have enough time.
I will ask the question twice because Auntie Euphemia kind of forgetting. Describe yourself as a mythical creature. Describe yourself as a mystical creature. Mr. Denny Lamore, Toastmaster Denny Lamore.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, Michelle, for such a delicious question, right? Whimsical creature. Wow. I would say I am large, very large, with a very caring heart. I live in the ocean, way, way, way deep at the bottom. Humanity has never laid eyes on such a whimsical creature. Have gills that can swallow a human being whole. One breath. Satisfying. I eat planktons, so I'm nice, healthy, and strong. Do you believe in this whimsical creature? Because I don't. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. Appreciate you.
That was good. I saw that one time. I saw that creature one time. Next question. You are standing at the Grand Canyon. What are your thoughts? Miss Euphemia want to know, you are standing at the Grand Canyon. What are your thoughts, Mr. Mark Kessler? Tell Auntie Euphemia.
Good evening, everyone. I am standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon. And with that, I feel the sheer magnitude of all that it displays. Deep within my thoughts, it reveals the depth and the size of my heart for humanity. People make the difference in this world. And it's not only the way that we treat ourselves, but the way that we treat others, the way that we respect each other as we walk by one another. My thoughts grow larger by the moment as my heart pounds, knowing that we are all one and that each of us make a difference in each other's lives day by day. Look at this group and all these amazing smiling faces. You're all enhancing one another. We are adding value to one another. And truly, it's an honor to be here in this whimsical, amazing evening with you all. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
Has to be the last one. We need to.
Mark, thank you. Thank you. I saw it too. I was there. Unexpected blessings.
Toastmaster Michelle, for the sake of the meeting, that has to be our last one.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much. You did magnificent.
This is the last one?
No,
Oh, that was the last one.
Mark's was the last one.
Mark, thank you. I had fun.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Michelle. Everyone, please give her a hand. May I please have a brief timer's report for all of our speakers? Were our speakers in time?
Yes, well, all 4 participants were within the time allotted.
Thank you. The third section of our meeting is evaluations, the gift of instant feedback, a key part of the success of Toastmasters program. Please welcome Connie Andrews, our general evaluator.
Good evening, Wellington Toastmasters, dignitaries, and guests. Thank you, Toastmaster Shay Greaves. Evaluating Toastmaster Shastri Stewart, let's please welcome Toastmaster Stacy Michelle Kessler.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, General Evaluator, and our speaker who was dressed for success this evening, Toastmaster and President Shastri Stewart. Are you experiencing life with an obese mind? How many of you pondered that question when Shastri asked us that question? That was an incredible opening for all of us to be with this evening, Shastri. All of what you brought this evening in your gestures, your voice, the methodology you used to inspire us all through the quotes that you shared this evening, the flow of your speech, how organized your speech was. You brought us through a story of who you are, the authentic you, where you're from. You greeted us as Toastmasters. You allowed all of the people in the room to feel the inspiration through themselves as you complimented each one of us. You brought us through to what you do on a daily basis for your work. We really got to know who you are, Shastri, this evening. As you pointed out the clouds in the sky, and you've paraphrased that with another one of your beautiful sayings, extremely powerful this evening. If you are in the pursuit of philosophy, it is not something you do, it is something we choose. You took the word of the day and you published it into Sadhguru's quote. Excellent job on that as well. Then you rolled us right back to where we all are, back to Toastmasters, and helping us to shed that mental baggage. How many are here to shed your mental baggage this evening? Yes. The music invited us all in to close our eyes and breathe. That is the one thing I may suggest to you, Toastmaster Shastri Stewart, is to pause. When you brought forth the question, mentally fit, are you experiencing life with an obese mind? Breathe into that yourself, allowing us to be with that question. As you came to the conclusion and you showed us what you love to meditate to, bring us to that meditative state. And then how you cheered us all on again for your conclusion was beautiful. It melted in with the music perfectly. Toastmaster Shastri Stewart, great job this evening. Round of applause. Back to you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator Connie.
That was a great evaluation, Toastmaster Stacy Kessler. Evaluating Toastmaster Sujana Taldahar, please welcome Toastmaster Micheline Nemhard.
Good evening again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's my privilege to give our Toastmaster Susanna Taldahar an evaluation. Great job. So I will spend a few minutes of evaluating Susanna, giving 1 to 2 points of where she excelled and one area where she could have improved, and wrap it up. Susanna, you were so comfortable. I think this is probably one of the best speeches you have done. You controlled the audience. We were engaging. I mean, the title of the speech, I am remarkable because, that is a powerful statement. And so much can come after that because. But you stood there and you told us the audacity of women who wanted to say, I am because, I am beautiful and remarkable because. That is powerful. You excel with vocal variety and clarity. You were engaging with the audience, eye contact. I think this was the best because you zoomed into the camera and you spoke to us with clarity. You felt comfortable and you smiled and we actually saw gestures. That's something that I know that you have been working on. Your gestures came through everything you stated. You were alive and wonderful. I even liked the hairdo, so that was beautiful. One area I think that you could have improved when you said, when the women spoke about how they were feeling and they realized that they are not the only ones feeling that way. You said they felt deliberating. I felt you could have done that a little more with a little more enthusiasm so we could have felt it. Before your speech, you asked me to deliver on vocal variety and how persuasive you were. You were persuasive and convincing. but I think you could have improved a little more on the vocal variety when you pause and you reacted. Congratulations on self-assurance, because that came across in your speech this evening. Public speaking is becoming more comfortable for you, and I want to applaud you. So keep up the good work. Thank you.
Okay. May I please have the timer's report on the speech evaluations?
Both evaluators were within time.
Okay. Can we call for the vote for the best evaluator? Stacy Michelle Kessler, evaluating Shastri Stewart, and Micheline Nemhard, evaluating Sujana Tulahard. Okay, here we go.
Okay, we'll give it another 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to launch the poll for our table topic speakers as well. Three, 2, 1. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Connie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gary Newper. So I want to deliver a report on what I've seen in the meeting. The meeting started on time. Our guests were welcomed. Our dignitaries were acknowledged and welcomed as well. The Toastmaster did initiate the applause, and the meeting roles were explained properly. I felt there was a great smooth transition from one speech to the next, from one part to the other. The transition between speeches was right on point, and the Toastmaster of the day, I could tell, was listening. So there was a lot of grace and ease in that, and I think that's really important for the flow of the meeting. I believe the meeting hopefully will end on time. The theme was stated, whimsical realities, and we even used the word whimsical, even though that was not the word of the meeting, but between whimsical and felicity. We did well. We kept our table topics in order, which were good. Call your guest first, and then anybody else that does not have a large meeting role. I believe that we are improving every single week by leaps and bounds, and tonight especially, I felt was one of our best meetings with great speakers, great competition. I can't wait to see who wins. Evaluators were unbelievable. I can't wait to see who calls for the winners. Table topics, Michelle. I mean, you get the Academy Award for the evening because you just always take it one step further and really not only become the table topics master or whatever you're doing, but you embody the role. Did you take your bandana off? Yes, you did. So your costumes was wonderful. We are remarkable. That's all I can say, is that we are truly remarkable. And actually after this, I think this is a great thing for all of us to do, is to write it down on an index card, why we're remarkable, and leave it by your bedside table and read it every night and every morning. And like I said, I believe this was one of our best meetings. Tonight I felt like everybody was trying to up one or the other, not intentionally, but naturally. We just want to be better. And Micheline, you're getting this. I see you shaking your head. I felt engaged. I felt all of you engaged. There were so many teeth on the window screen smiling that I couldn't believe it. I felt engaged, motivated, inspired. We were all ready, set, go. Full of a jam-packed, the best 59 minutes, the best 60 minutes I can definitely share in a week that I definitely look forward to. And actually, the only thing that I can say is, Stacy and Mark, just bring the light. You can't see you now. You got to remember daylight savings time. Because we love to see those beautiful faces. So other than that, let's kick it out of the ballpark. I think Michelle is asking everybody to step into that role, and I might bring out my British in me next week. Who knows? And Mark, let's do something with something really whimsical, full of felicity. And I am complete. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our general evaluator. Let's give her a round of applause. Such poignant evaluations, and our general evaluator was very observant and in tune with our meeting. I think we all were, even remotely. It's as if we could just be in sync, like the same melody flowing from each person to person. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your participation. Remember, as Watson of Sherlock Holmes once said, life is full of whimsical happenings every day, all around you. I'd like to give the floor back to our our president, Shastri Stewart.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Shay Greaves. Shay did a wonderful job today. Give her a round of applause for me, please. Awesome job responding to the speakers and providing feedback after the speeches, having that wonderful smile.
One correction, we forgot to go over our counter report and our grammarians report.
Yeah, go ahead. It's about the text.
Thank you, Toastmaster. It gives me extreme felicity to share the total number of fillers used by the club today. That number is 16. The most fillers used by a member was 4. The most commonly used filler word today is it was used 10 times. The following Toastmasters did not use any filler words during the meeting: Michelle, Micheline, Stacy and Mark Kessler, Gloria, Joan, Gary, Denny, Julie, Hyan, and Shastri. That concludes the counter report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayana. And now for our grammarian, Toastmaster Denny.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for the grammarian's report. General evaluator, the word felicity was properly used 8 times today. That brought me great felicity. Awkward use of language. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to this role. Give me 1 second here. I gotta look at my notes. We stumbled on a few words today, but for the most part, everyone seemed to have corrected themselves. I thought we did a wonderful job and had wonderful energy today. So thank you, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Some notable words and phrases, definitely caught a few of those. Mental fitness, that's all we have to say. The answer isn't out there, it's within us. Remember that. All right, our minds are the garbage bins of the world. So many powerful powerful phrases in this one. I couldn't stop writing. All right. They dance, like today we can dance within ourselves. Like, just are you hearing this man speak? It's like chiropractic adjustments to self-esteem. And this one was just a doozy for me. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Wow. And the effective use of rhetorical devices. I believe that those people that did have backgrounds today, I feel like we did a wonderful job expressing what we truly felt and wanted to express to the others today in our background. So great job with that. Just beautiful, beautiful music, by the way. That play of music was just wonderful. I had a great time listening to that. Our flashlight use. I always noticed you flashing on the screen every time. That was fantastic. Yeah, and the whimsical crystal ball. How can we got to go back there one time just with the witchy vibes. Oh, beautiful spirits. I just appreciate everyone today. Thank you. You did a wonderful job. I hope everyone experienced a bit of felicity today. Appreciate you all. That concludes my grammarian's report, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jenny. Now back to President Shastri.
Awesome. All right. Awesome job, Jenny and Toastmaster Shade. Thank you for doing such a wonderful job. Thank you for inviting your lovely family and friends to join us tonight. We really do appreciate them. And I enjoy their smiles on the screen as well. So thank you so much. Awesome job. All right, so it's 7:57. A few things that we'll want to highlight. First of all, we want to highlight
the winners, the #1 placeholders, the winners.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Stacy. All right, so Gary, do you have the winners?
Yes, sir, I do. I guess, Shay, I can, okay, Shay sharing. This evening, the votes were definitely challenging, as people have mentioned. The speeches and evaluations were all amazing, but we always have to have some healthy competition. So our first place speaker for this evening, give a round of applause to Toastmaster Shastri Stewart. Our table topics speaker of the evening, give a round of applause to Toastmaster Denny Lamar. And last but not least, a round of applause to our evaluator of the evening, Toastmaster Micheline Nemhart. Back to you, Toastmaster Shastri.
All right, thank you, Gary, for keeping us honest today. All right, so this is one of our induction nights. So we do have a new member we would like to induct into our club. Do this real quick so that we can move on.
Because one of our members wasn't here before, like Woodland and Mayana. Woodland wasn't here before.
Okay. All right. So, all right. All right. Being a Toastmaster means more than simply making a commitment to self-development. Everyone who joins Toastmasters Club is making a commitment to the club, to its members, and to the organization as a whole. Now, please indicate your commitment by saying "I do" to each point in the Toastmasters promise. Now, I'll read everything, and then when I'm complete, then you'll say "I do." So that goes for Mayana, and that goes for Woodland. As a member of Toastmasters International and Wellington Toastmasters Club, do you promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects or all of your projects to the best of your ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to willingly serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings, thank you, Shay, so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, and to act within the Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. Now you say I do.
I do.
Awesome. Mentors, it is your job or your responsibility to assist your mentee with their first 3 or more speeches, to provide support to your mentee as they perform functionary roles for the first time, and to encourage your mentee to become fully involved in the Toastmasters program at the club level and beyond. Please indicate your commitment to your mentee by saying, I will. Okay.
I will.
I take that as a yes. Okay.
I believe there's a third inductee as well, Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle Gonzalez. She wasn't here.
She wasn't.
Our
Okay.
last.
I was.
Oh, she
I was
was
inducted. Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
All right. So now to all the members, will you, the members of Wellington Toastmasters, pledge to support these new members in their quest for self-development, to provide them with positive, helpful evaluations, to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere, to give them opportunities to help others, and to make their Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience? If so, please say, I will.
I will. I will.
All right, awesome job, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so now we'll move on to our guests. We really definitely want to recognize you tonight. So you will give you the last word before we do our announcements. Gloria, I'll start with you. What did you like about the meeting tonight?
I really enjoyed that it does seem to be a very close-knit group and that everybody is flowing smoothly with each other. I felt a part of it immediately. Very nice, well done, and it was cozy.
Awesome. Thank you, Gloria. Please join us again. Love to see you and your smile and your energy. Thank you so much. All right. Anson, I'm sorry. Anson, please tell us what you thought of our meeting tonight, sir.
Yes, I like the creativity and the speeches.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Please join us again, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Julie, tell us what you thought of our meeting tonight.
Thank you, Shastri. I enjoyed the speeches. I really learned something out of both of them, and something that I could utilize on my day-to-day operations at work and outside of work. And I also think that this club is very well organized, and I like the way you plan and get people involved. So looking forward to potentially joining you again next Monday. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And we have one more thing. Gary does have a poll ready for our Moments of Truth, which will be on the 29th of March. So we'll be reviewing certain things. So Gary, is the poll ready? All right.
I'll launch the poll. There are 2 questions. The first one is whether or not you'll be able to attend the Moments of Truth meeting in person, which will be at Commons Park at our normal time. The second option is if you are attending, what would your choice in food be? There's 2 meats and 2 vegetarian choices. So we'll launch that poll now. We'll give it another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Shastri.
Awesome. Thank you, Gary, for doing that. Awesome job. And also, please connect with Jack if you have not paid your dues. Dues are due at the end of the month, so please do so. All right, Joan, I'll give you the last word.
Shastri, I don't want to keep everyone. The highlights that are coming up are our murder mystery event on March 26th. Shastri, you should have received a flyer. I think Jan has one. Send it out to everyone. It's a great Zoom event at 6 p.m. Murder mystery for all of Division D and Toastmasters. And then, of course, the District 47 conference will start April 28th and run through May 1st. It will be via Zoom. As I understand it, there will not be a charge. So please plan to sign up, attend any amount of time you can. I'm sure you will really enjoy it. This was a phenomenal meeting. I've been a Toastmaster for a long time, and this is one of the best events I've attended. So congratulations, and thank you for having me. Shastri.
Awesome. Thank you, Joan. That's a huge compliment. I'm actually going to be sleeping like a baby tonight.
There you go.
All right, awesome. And Jan, is there anything that you wanted to add?
No. Other than woohoo!
Yeah, all right, good, awesome.
Well, before we go, Gary's birthday is coming up. So happy early birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday, Gary.
All right, awesome. Remember to sign up for a role if you have not done so for our next week meeting. With that said, thank you all for joining us tonight and have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Any guests that'd like to stay and get more information, Micheline is our VP